if you're married, don't mess around on your wife. If you're married and miserable, right? Then get a divorce, get a separation. But if you're going to go mess around on your wife, then what I see people do is they'll have a girlfriend in the Philippines, they'll have a girlfriend, in this being in Hawaii, a lot of clients, and they may be an E1 all the way to an O6. They may have girlfriends in the Philippines. They don't think their wife knows about it, but their spouse is a lot smarter than you think. They're using these apps, sending money, sending flowers, and then they'll lead these women on in the Philippines. And I'm not picking on the Philippines. It's something that we see a lot here in Hawaii. And they don't tell them they're married. They don't tell them they have kids. And these women in the Philippines expect to maybe come to the U.S., expect some type of engagement. And then they're being led on. Then the spouse finds out. And then all of a sudden, a disaster occurs. All of a sudden, then the spouse thinks make an allegation of sexual assault. Okay, because they're vindictive or they're upset, and maybe they have a reason to be upset. But all of this can be avoided by, if you're married, don't have an extramarital relationship. And it just goes back to common sense. If you're married and miserable, stop, work out the issue, and get a divorce. Don't go mess around on your spouse, because if you do, it could all come back to haunt you. And as you said, Mike, these are common sense things. Looking at it from someone who's now in my 40s, I've got 3 children, I'm very happily married. These all look like common sense things. And people watching this may say, hey, Tim, no kidding. But you would be shocked at the amount of calls I get and you get every single day. And we get 40, 50, sometimes 80 inquiries a month for service members that want us to represent them. And they all have these same themes. And I'm often saying, hey, if you would have just taken some of this initial advice at the beginning, you wouldn't need to hire us now, because it may very well be a false accusation. But now you have to defend your freedom. It's going to cost you $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 to go defend your freedom. And you're going to have to go through an entire trial. And oftentimes these are very tough cases to defend because they come down to credibility. And if you lose, you go to prison and your life is forever changed. All for something that, if you look at it, say, is it worth it? I'm in the bar, you see this girl, she may be good looking or not, or you're with this girl and whatever the issue is, you have to say, is it worth potentially going to prison over and being a registered sex offender for a false allegation, because you put yourself in a really bad situation? You might not have committed the crime, but you put yourself in an incredibly bad position.